Hey, you guys, Frank Andrews here, and on today's show, we're going to talk about the only 3 things that you actually need to sell more of your product or services online, okay? And the thing is, there are a lot of people who make a lot of money by making digital marketing, digital sales and marketing more complicated than it actually has to be. Okay, so on this video, on this show, I want to talk about the only three things that you need to know to sell more of your products. And look, this is going to work if you're, in affiliate marketing, if you're in network marketing, if you're a coach, if you have digital products that you're selling, even if you're a brick and mortar business, this is the only 3 things that you need to know. And it's super important that you actually learn these 3 things, because if you can't tell by now, I mean, the economy is moving to a digital economy, right? So, any business needs to, really pay attention and optimize these 3 things. So let's jump right into it. I got a few notes here. And, if you want to grab a pencil and paper, you can take notes as well. These are the only 3 things that you need, okay? And the first one is attention from your market, right? You have to know how to use the internet and get attention from your market, right? And, I'm not talking about doing outlandish things, doing stunts and things like this, but you need attention from the people that have a problem that your business can solve, right? So if you're like me and you help people with digital marketing, you would want to create valuable content around digital marketing and get attention, right? There's 2 ways that you can actually get attention online, right? There's really only 2 ways. And the first way is organically with social, right? Like social media posts, YouTube videos, I guess a podcast, all of these different things, right? Those are organic strategies. Most of them don't cost anything, and they allow you to get your ideal customers' attention, right? And the best way to do that organically is to create valuable content that solves one of the smaller problems that your ideal customer has, right? And the more value that you provide them, the better chances that they'll actually do business with you, right? And, a lot of people fall under this misconception that, you need all of these followers to get people's attention online. And the truth is you really don't, because if you look at the statistics, I mean, even if you have 10,000 followers, only a very, very small percentage of your actual followers are going to see your post, right? So it's not about the followers that you have or the follower count, that's one misconception. The other misconception is that, I don't have all of the camera equipment and things like this. But what I've found in my business and, all of the different businesses that I worked on, and that is that authentic content is a lot better than professional studio quality. Like this video, this isn't high quality. I'm shooting this on my iPhone. I got a little ring light thing on there, and that's about it. And so you can get attention for your business, once you learn your specific content strategy. There's tons of different ways, anything from, 15-second videos on TikTok all the way to 4-hour podcasts, just whatever you want to do. But I think it's important that every business, anybody who wants to sell more, has a content strategy right now, okay? And so that's one way to get attention. The other way is to simply pay for it, Facebook ads, Google ads, advertising. So those are the 2 ways to get attention, right? So if you want to sell more stuff, the first step is to get attention, right? And if you want to learn how to get people's attention online and you want to build out your whole dream online business, we're not talking about, jumping into a MLM or Bitcoin thing here. We're talking about building your dream business, and you want to take a little deeper dive into that, go to iamfrankandrews.com/start. And that will actually show you the exact blueprint that me and a ton of other super successful online digital businesses have used. Basically the exact blueprint. And so if you want to check that out, go check it out. You can check that out later on if you want to. But back into the three things. So we talked about, the first thing is knowing how to get your ideal customer's attention. And that's relatively easy as long as you're willing to, put out content or pay for ads. The next thing is you need a simple web page, right? Now, it doesn't have to be fancy. This is one thing that blocks a lot of people. Like, you can literally start your dream business right now. Start building your database of interested people. And all you need is a simple web page, right? A lot of people, use Clickfunnels. It's just a tool to build a simple one-page website. This doesn't have to be complicated, you guys. I mean, yeah, sure, once you get going and more advanced, maybe you have this monster of a funnel. But the thing is about that, it definitely adds revenue and it's super important, right? But as long as you have a one-page website that offers your ideal customer something for free in exchange for their email, you basically have what you need to start a business. And a lot of people get caught up, what do I make the lead magnet? So let's jump into it real quick. There's only three things, so this shouldn't take too long. We've already covered one. This is the second thing, which is your one-page website, okay? And basically, this is just going to be a page that says, hey, it's going to be a page that people go to through your ad. Once they see your ad online and they go to it, they will go to that one page. If they see your content on social media, they go to this one page, right? And basically what that page is, it's going to be, it's called a lead magnet or a landing page. And just basically, you're going to ask your ideal customer who's been watching your stuff to take the next step, which is to give you their email address in exchange for something of value that you can actually give to them for free. Now, a lot of people use PDFs and things like this. And what I found with those, they're super easy to put together. People spend a long time putting them together, even though the reality is that even though it's your ideal customer and they opted in for it, probably, 70, 80% of them will never even look at that. And so that's why the third step is so important. But what I'm saying is you don't need this monster perfect front end website to get people into your world. You need a simple page that offers them something for free in exchange for their email address. And the easiest way that I know to do that, most professional way, is Clickfunnels. There's other alternatives, completely free alternatives. So there's no excuse not to get started. But that's the second thing. You need a simple one-page site, and don't overthink this. Like I said, a huge majority of the people that come through won't even read your PDF. What I find works a little better is like a free video course or a free video or a series of videos. Those tend to get people more engaged. It builds a lot of connection right away, gets people opening your emails. And so I found that really helpful. But so that brings me to the third thing. I got a little sidetracked there, but the third thing is you need to have an automated way to follow up with these people, because the reality is, say 100 people come through your funnel, they opt in and they get your thing, right? Most of them will never even read it. So, and then if they opt in and they look at a sales page, most people aren't going to buy the first time, right? So the third thing is follow-up is super important. I mean, if you don't know by now, it takes an average of at least 5 to 7 times of somebody seeing your business before they would even consider buying from you, right? So once they come into your world, then you need to continue to provide them value and follow up with them. Because, a majority of the people, your ideal customer that come through, are not going to be ready to buy right then. A huge majority, most people, right? And everybody's caught up on this front end, which is super important, right? And you want to constantly be optimizing. But what I think is more important is the back end and continuing to build a relationship, give value, and be available when someone is ready to make a purchase. And so that's the third step, is follow up. And the quickest and easiest way to do that in an automated way is email. I know a lot of people use chat bots and text and all of these different things, but I just know that email is still super powerful. It goes back, it's another one of those things, where people say, oh, email is dead or something like that. And if you talk to any successful business right now, they're probably making a large majority of their revenue from their email list. So it's just something to think about. Those are the three things. You have to get attention from your ideal customer. You have to have a simple way to exchange their information in exchange for something free, a lead magnet. And then once they do that, you want to connect your email autoresponder so that you have an automated follow-up series. And look, you guys, I know this seems really simple, but that's basically it. That's it. If you are doing any kind of business right now and you simply implement those three things, I think you're going to be very surprised at what you see. And if you need help with those three things, there's probably a link in the description, so check that out. I appreciate you guys listening, and I will see you in the next one.